Internet, what's going on? Friday night. Time to measure some substrate. First bag of substrate I got is the Fluval Stratum. Time tested, mother approved. Great substrate. Got it for $34, and that's shipped to my door. Didn't have to go anywhere to get it. Fantastic stuff. The second bag is the Flourite Black Sand variety. I needed a couple bags of this for all of the fine rooted, basically front of the tank plants. The final bags I have are the Amazonia, the ADA brand, which some people will probably get up in arms about this again. I'm pretty thoroughly convinced the Stratum and the Amazonia are basically the same stuff and probably from the exact same manufacturing plant. Now, I had taken a bit of issue with the measurements of how they are described and how they are measured to be sold, and the discrepancy in price, and I had a few questions in my mind. So I decided to measure them in a device that I have. So the first bag I have here, and the pan that I have is a 10 quart, what's known as a half pan in the restaurant industry, a 6-inch half pan, which comes out to 10 quarts, which is about 9.3 liters or something like that, I believe, is right around where it's at. The ADA is advertised as a 9-liter bag, and I will tell you it is in fact a little bit more than 9 liters, so I guess they're probably a little bit generous. Where I have the problem is that the Flourite and the Fluval are not measured and sold by the volume. They're sold by weight. Now, I didn't measure the black sand because I know for a fact that the black sand is a smaller bag, and I'm not really concerned about that because I don't think that the two things, I don't think that the sand is the same as the Fluval and the ADA, which I'm pretty solidly convinced if they are not the same thing, they're just very, very close. I've gotten the same performance out of the two. The Fluval is the Stratum is sold as a 17.6 pound bag, which really made me wonder which is more and which is less. As you can see here, when I pour out the Stratum, by the time I get to the end of the bag here, you'll see there's a little bit more Stratum in the bag than the ADA. Now, as you can tell, the $34 price versus the $50 price, the ADA is sold for $39.99, and then it's $10 shipping. The Fluval is $34 with free shipping. So, them being basically the same size bag, here's the issue that I have, is that I can get 3 bags for the price of 2 against the Amazonia. So, this was a dilemma that I've been thinking about and wanted to kind of solve. And now that I'm setting up the new tank, I've finally been able to basically measure the two against each other in the same container and then see what the end result is. So end result, moving forward, if this is the type of substrate I'm going to be going with, I'm going to be buying the Fluval. Alright, moving on. So we're on to, this is the new 180 that is taking the place of the Paludarium. That's where it is in the shop. The Paludarium is outside. It's going to be retrofitted to become the sump for the aquaponics. We're going to be moving forward on that project very soon. I need to make sure that I'm set up to record everything This tank is 5 feet long instead of 6 feet long, for a total of 60 inches, as you can see on my tape measure here. So that does leave an extra foot of space, although I am kind of happy with that gap. It is not bothering me at all. This tank is 24 inches deep, which is the same depth as the Paludarium and the 240. So no real difference there, but here is the resounding difference, is that it is 30 inches tall, so it is a bit taller, and it is kind of a noticeable 6 inches. It's 6 inches that is very important for the height of this tank. It's got a nice 12-inch overflow in the back, and it does have some bulkheads, closing up some of the old closed loop system from this being a saltwater tank at one point. Today I finished the driftwood layout. I'm going to be doing the substrate and the hardscape, the other part of the hardscape, probably tomorrow, and doing a video on that, of course. Had to put in the requisite Q&A in there to remind people to ask questions, and you will get some kind of answer someday from me, yours truly. Couple of shots of the tank to remind you to subscribe. But the main thing I wanted to hit on was the substrates, and this is what's happening with the tank. We're going to be going on and, like I said, doing the hardscape coming up, so stay tuned. Alright. Later.